Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Brandon Correia, aka Master of None, aka EF Hutton of Entertainment, and we are back with another TV show series review. We are back with The Boys. The Boys are back with season 3. We're gonna be starting off with episode 1, and let's get right into this. Honestly, this show is fucking wild. And in the same time, same breath, this show is really, 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 really amazing. Honestly, good start to the new season. It's not just the gruesome gore and the outlandish lawlessness of the show and the swearing that makes the show really good. It really is the characters and the storytelling that really do make the show as good as it that really does make the show as good as it is. The gore and all that extra stuff is just a cherry on top of all the other good stuff in the show. The opening scene is honestly one of the wildest scenes in all of the seasons so far. Obviously, this is episode 1, so there's going to be 9 episodes left in the season. So who knows what other wild stuff is going to be coming. So this opening scene with like it's like a superhero party. You see Frenchie, we see Kimiko, and they're basically doing like a surveillance of like maybe like a superhero event or a gathering, just trying to look for a particular superhero. So I guess they're doing like a sting operation. And you see that there's like this guy that could shrink, and he's basically like in this Ken doll house, Barbie doll house, like just fucking a doll. And there's just everyone just gathered around him. Because it's an interesting show, like, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't it have been? It's like a Ant-Man size superhero, like, fucking a Barbie doll. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to gather around that. And you basically see that, and once he's finished doing that, he goes back to regular size, and there's another guy at the party that I guess he's with, and he's like, they're like going back to the room to, I guess, you know what I mean, handle the business. And they're in the back of the room sniffing cocaine, and the one man goes to the guy that could shrink, and he's like, yo, you know what I mean? Spoilers ahead also if you have not seen it, but we're getting into this. I'm behind on these episode reviews, so episode 7 is about to come out like this week, and this is episode 1 right now, so I'm a little late. So I'm pretty sure most people have seen it that are watching this have seen it, but the one guy that has no superpowers that's with the guy that can shrink goes, yo, I want you inside me. Not just, you know what I mean, my bum. I want you inside, like he wanted the man to go up inside his penis. Boom. Okay? Bruv. Okay? So the man goes inside, you know what I mean? He's touching up the inside. Taking that this man did a whole bunch of coke right before. He even let out a big sneeze even before he went inside the man's penis, okay? Take that in. The man goes inside, realizes he's about to sneeze, and he's like, oh shit. Can't even catch himself. Tries to catch a sneeze again. Boom. Expands and nighty-night to his lover. Gone. Half of his body. The man, half of his body is just on the bed. Bottom half just in pieces. In pieces. This guy's just shocked. You see Frenchie roll. And like that. So that part itself, I remember that was going around the internet. That was a wild scene. But the part that happened after this is actually funnier to me. I was dying, and I replayed it honestly like 5 times. And I know people were probably replaying that first part. No, it's this part that happened after this. So you see Frenchie and Kimiko run up on the place, okay? And because like the guy, because he saw Frenchie see him do that, he was like, nah, I gotta ice this guy. So he goes small, and he's about to go inside Frenchie. Kimiko comes, helps the guy. They're kind of going like a back and forth, little Ant-Man-esque kind of battle with regards to like him being small, but him obviously still retaining his strength, and he's just dashing both of them away. You see Frenchie on the ground with his mouth open, and you see the miniature guy that could shrink about to jump inside his throat so he could, kill him. And you see him basically jumping, he's about to go into his throat, and you just see this Ziploc bag come into frame. And he jumps into the Ziploc bag. At first, I was like, oh, okay, bless. Like, you captured him in a Ziploc bag. Like, okay, bless. Like, take him in and question him, whatever. Obviously as the camera angle changes, you see that it was a bag of cocaine that Bucher trapped him in. Yo, I was fucking howling. Yo, like you guys don't understand. I don't know why it even made me laugh so much, but like the idea that when you're trapped in a Ziploc bag, hold that. But it was the way that he grabbed him, and it wasn't the fact that he was just in the cocaine. It was the fact that he gripped him up in the bag and was just like, yeah, you know what I mean? Hold all of that up in your eyes, your nose, your ears, your pores, yo, everything, bro. Like he was just engulfed in a whole bag of cocaine. Dumps him out, and he's about to squish him. You just see this guy rattled, foaming at the mouth, thrown up. Like that's how much he probably ingested just from that. But nah, man, that shit had me fucking dying. And like this opening scene alone really just paints the tone and just themes and ideas that are in this show and what make this show so great. And I know that was just an opening scene, but the rest of the episode wasn't as like gory and as like in your face. But the rest of the show spent the rest of its time basically explaining to the audience where everybody is. It's a year removed from when we last saw everybody. They're basically like Bucher and Frenchie and Kimiko are working for the government in a sense with their own squad. MM is kind of doing his own thing, but we see at the end of the episode he's still kind of keeping an eye on stuff, kind of obsessed about that still. And you see that Huey is working for I think it's the governor, but by the end of the episode you see that he obviously is exposed to the fact that she's the one with the powers and with that like head exploding power from like that scene in season 2 when bare people's heads were just popping on TV. So I guess he's taking in now that it was her, and he made a big mistake with that decision. So this episode just did a good job of catching This episode just did a good job of catching the audience up with where everybody was. Like I said, it was a year removed. It wasn't like a week, couple weeks. Like it was a full year removed. So like all like the dialogue is written in a way where it's like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Move on. You should move on. Like just a lot of like that kind of talk. So them just trying to paint the picture of a lot of time has gone by. But yeah, like I think those are the major points with regards to the episode 1 that I want to get into. Good character, good story, good original feel that we've been feeling throughout the other seasons, wild scenes like we've been used to. So yeah, like I think that's it for my episode 1 review. I don't really have much to say. They didn't get into too much. Obviously, it seems like the majority of like the 7 and the boys are now collaborating, because we also see that was a big point that I also forgot. Sorry, that Butcher is collaborating with Maeve to try and figure out a way to kill Homelander, because that's the main thing. Obviously, he could snap at any moment, and that's the ace. And like the people that are against the Soups, if they could get rid of him, they'll be smiling. So that's like their biggest focus right now. So we see that they're kind of joining together, and that's their main goal. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. They brought up Jensen, Ackles, Soldier Boy. Like the name drop was already dropped in episode 1. So I'm interested to see when they're going to actually introduce that character and how he's going to play a part in the actual overall story of the rest of the season. So that is it for this episode review. Keep an eye out for my episode 2 review. It should be coming very soon. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you think you would like content like this, obviously I'm going to be breaking down all the episodes of The Boys. I got Miss Marvel content, Obi-Wan reviews, Thor 4 is coming out soon, so there's going to be a review for that on here. All that good entertainment stuff. Episode 2 of the Brandon Correia podcast is actually going to be dropping very soon with my co-host Damar, talking about that surprise Drake album, the Rolling Stones top 200 hip hop list, the NBA Finals. All that good entertainment talk is going to be covered in the Brandon Correia podcast. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Watch that, listen to that in any way that you consume your podcast. It will be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, video form on YouTube. So I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you think you would like content like this. I promise you, we're going to keep on growing. We're going to keep on putting out content. And I really hope that people can join me on this journey. I appreciate you.